Hello, everyone. Thank you once more for joining me here at my desk. And again, continuing with this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles business. This time, Mutagen Man. You guys could see the regular cover packaging there. We'll put that out of the way. Here's a figure itself Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The awesome green. Again, kudos on the packaging to whoever designed this over there at, this team. Awesome their logo embossed. And then as you pull this up, there's a figure itself. It's a pretty good size. I had the original. I do remember it having some kind of liquid inside. I think I had that figure for a while, and the water with the things were still sort of floating inside. But anyway, this figure looks great. I did get this on sale. I'm hoping it's a great figure, a great addition. There's a blurb on Mutagen Man, the non-stop mutating monster. Um, but let's get this open and see, what this is all about. Alrighty, guys. So I had a chance to play around with Mutagen Man here, and I could say I'm happy with him. Again, it's probably my nostalgia, but I do love the way Super 7 has sort of upscaled these figures. But before we do the figure itself, he does come with some accessories. You get your weapon rack, but it's not really weapons. This is pretty much all the little garbage that's technically supposed to go inside of the figure. So you have an apple core, a piece of pizza, a turtle, a fish, a spanner or a wrench, and a bone, and I think this is an eyeball. They're not painted in any way, it's all yellow, but it's something that gets included in there, so that's kind of cool. You get an extra pair of hands. These are just the closed fists, and I do like the detail of the flesh there, the muscle showing, kind of gross looking, but hey, this is what I appreciate about the figure itself. So you do get that extra pair of hands that are also articulated. You get his weapon, which is really nice. I think what I appreciate about this weapon versus the guns that came with Bebop and Rocksteady is that this actually feels like it's properly scaled up in size. Bebop and Rocksteady, if you saw my other videos, the weapons seem kind of small in comparison to the figures. This looks proper huge. You could see also it's painted in yellow. Not a lot of detail, but what's there I think is serviceable. You do get some gold highlights there. You could see that on the hose, etc. And then the last part is you get a bunch of garbage. This is pretty much what was in the weapon rack I just showed you, but this time it's painted. Here's a little turtle. You get an apple core. Again, the same spanner, a bone, fish, a piece of pizza. I'm still gonna say that this is an eyeball, but this essentially, from what I recall in the original figure, they came inside. I believe they go inside of his torso, so that's something you can do. I still haven't yet decided if I'm just gonna put that in there. But anyway, so those are all the accessories. Now onto the figure itself. Again, continuing that theme of pretty much the original toys, just upscaled in size. And again, this is what that is. But the detailing is really nice. Again, you could see the muscles and the flesh sort of showing there. Uh, you could see the additional detailing. So it's pretty well done from a painting perspective. You could see the light blue there. Um, I guess is supposed to look like metal, but it's not too bad at all. You see some pink there. On the back here, there's this tank in yellow with the purple hose going up to the head here, or the top part anyway. The purple again is done really really nice, and then you have this piece here in soft plastic that I would be really careful with. I wouldn't be playing around too much with it. You may break it. And then the same thing up here. This is, I guess, a bit of, it's not soft plastic, but it's a bit pliable. You get the clear plastic here, which is pretty much the cool thing about this figure, right? You see his internal organs there, his brain, his eyeballs. Pretty gruesome looking, but again, a cool toy nonetheless. As far as articulation, again, they essentially took the original toy and gave him just additional articulation. So you can move his arms, up this much. He can sort of turn his Elbows there. He's got that range where he could sort of do that. The hands, also the wrist. You can turn them and move them in. He can split his legs, so that's really cool if that's what you wanted to do. The legs obviously turn fully, not fully around actually. It looks like they get stuck there. So, and then you could turn the legs around. He's got knee articulation, and as you could see, again, the knee joints are a little tight on mine. He does have ankle articulation, but I think the way this right foot it's built, some of the stuff gets in the way. So you could see it better here, where the foot can move left to right, it can move up and down, and you can turn the foot most of the way around. But so he is, I want to say, pretty poseable in comparison to the old figure there. Obviously, there's no waist or anything articulation wise, but I think for what we got here is really well done. As far as any minuses on my end, I would say is the fact that I seem to recall the original figure had water in here already with all this little stuff floating around. My understanding is that there's no point in trying to put water in here because the figure is not sealed. It'll just start leaking everywhere. You can try and open this, and I did on mine earlier. So if you wanted to be adventurous and try and put some water in there, you can do that. But I would probably recommend against it because it doesn't look like it's sealed very well. But that's a thing, and you guys could see that comes out. I did get this again on sale, and I think for the sale price, I think the 29 bucks that I got this guy, he's really cool. I'm glad that I have him, and I appreciate the huge size that this guy sort of comes into. As far as comparisons, before we wrap up, we have him sort of standing there in that pose, but we'll put his hands down just to give us a bit more room because these guys are pretty humongous. So there he is, Mutagen Man. Here he is next to Raph from the OG figure. So again, humongous figure there. He looks huge. So we'll move Raph aside. Then we have here, here's again from Super 7, Leo. So you guys can see the size difference. I think that works out really well. Here he is next to Bandai to Machinations, Michelangelo. And again, I think that works well as well. He's a little smaller than this guy, but again, that scale could definitely work. Here he is next to Baxter Stockman. If I can get him in the frame, you guys could see them both there together. Had his little mouser there. So that's how they look. Again, I think that looks pretty awesome. I love how huge this guy is. That's what I appreciate so much about this Super 7 figures. Here he is next to Rocksteady and Bebop. See if I can get them all in frame here. These guys are huge, which again is a plus, but that looks awesome. I like the way that looks right now. Looks great. So there's Rocksteady and Bebop. So we'll move those out of the way. And then I guess lastly, here he is next to Slash and Slash and Metalhead. Again, really, I'm actually really happy with this one. I didn't think I was gonna like Mutagen Man that much because he's always just very plain looking. I guess just from in comparison to something like Slash, or even accessories wise. But he looks really cool. Nonetheless, I think is a great upgrade. I'm very happy that I was able to get this guy on sale. Again, I think I paid 29 bucks. I think it was on Entertainment Earth, if I remember correctly. So I'm really happy. You guys could see him there in all his glory. So I'm glad to be able to add this guy to my growing Ninja Turtles collection. With my only drawback being for him is that he doesn't have the water or the liquid inside. It would have been nice if perhaps it would have included, I don't know, not water, but perhaps some kind of viscous, like, I don't know, a thick, like, fluid to be able to have that in there somehow. And it's also great that they included this huge gun for him. So that's something there. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate your very valuable time. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Maybe watch one of my other videos. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones, and I'll see you next time.